So, so back in 1983, we went to see a bunch of poets from the Beat Generation in Cambridge, and they had the Harvard Square. They had all these street musicians. Yeah, the Harvard Coop across the street. Down there was January's. And down a few streets over here, there was the Listening Room, where we saw Allen Ginsberg and Gregory Corso and Peter Orlovsky and George Moore and Steve Taylor, and of course there were buttons, and tape things going around, and that's how I remember every word. And so the few weeks before we had seen Ramblin' Jack Elliott, he had his dog on stage with him, and I don't know, he's a great singer and everything, but he had one of those videos, never mind. But anyway, then we saw at January's Rick Danko and Paul Butterfield. I think I might have already said this. And we were in the front row, and there was this beautiful hippie-like girl with a long flowery dress standing at the bar, and Paul Butterfield is playing harmonica, and he's going, wow, and he's and this is mine now. So it still makes some noise, but they came on at 12 o'clock at night at January's. So a few weeks, we used to go down there all the time, different parts of Boston. Okay, so, anyway, so, he said, I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, but he said in one of his poems, I am not a lesbian screaming in the basement strapped to a leather spider web. I am not John D. Rockefeller dying with his wife's pants on, and I am not Gregory Corso, the velvet poet of the United States. I'm not anyone I know. In fact, I'm only here for another 50, 60 years, or 20 or 30 years. And then I went up after that, and everybody was buying books. And my friends all said that the guy, Peter Orlovsky, seemed like a real nice person. He was talking to only one other person. And he sang a song about a strawberry farm. Yeah, I think it was about a strawberry farm, which can't be repeated here, I don't think. Maybe it could be, but I'd probably, I don't know, I don't want to get beat up by one of my neighbors or something. It's a very peaceful, friendly, hippie-like song. And so afterwards, I was with the album First Blues, and there were books and he drew a flower on one of my friend's books, and the album I bought, it said, at the door, drafty Cambridge wind in my pants, and then a biblical name, ? And that was the poem. And then, who else did we see there? But we used to go down there in different parts of Boston a lot. And we went to Faneuil Hall in 1979, not with my friends, the later friends, but there's a few who really were friends, a few who, I don't know what happened. I mean, if they knew what they had been done to me in hospitals and stuff, and brainwashing techniques. I don't know. Should I put this on YouTube? anyway, so uh, um, never take drugs. Never. Always be good to yourself. Be good to each other, and be kind to each other. And always. That's actually the Christian belief, if it was followed the way most of it is preached. Um, and he also said, what did he say? Talked about his father and riding home in an airplane to see his father's wake and funeral. So, and then I saw well, a few people at Lupo's, people at other places, those who played. Oh, of course, they all follow the Grateful Dead, and I don't know, I don't believe in drugs. I wish I'd never taken any. I wish I'd never taken any, but we found them everywhere, and one time, me and a friend of mine came upon a burial ground, not a burial ground, but huts, these huts of the ancient Native Americans up in New Hampshire. And I didn't want to go in. I didn't want to go in the grounds. I thought it would be, not right. So I didn't go in to see them without the tour being there. And then I always used to walk by Emily Dickinson's house up in Amherst in the dark days when, so those were well, I don't know. Some people say things. You wonder, some people say some people are harmless and gentle-souled and kind-hearted. And then there's people who never swear, never say anything that might be, most of the time considered, well, except for when I was alone with the guy, he would say horrible things, inhumane things, but he would never swear, and he would never talk about, things that would get an R rating, but he would say horrible things. And so, I don't know who's good, who's bad, I don't know. I never heard someone talk some things. I don't know. It's confusing sometimes. Because I can hear people yelling in the background, and I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I really don't. I have no idea, not a clue. I was having a good time reading those poems. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't have any idea. So, but I hope some people, I know I was reading them kind of like, because I related to them in things I saw in my own life, not directly. Well, I don't know if they're the real books, because they made references, but I don't know. But as for having been doing something wrong, I don't know that. I wouldn't say, I don't know why anybody would get angry. I don't know. So, well, I hope everybody has a good night, and God bless everybody, and take care, and I will never understand the way this world operates. I never understand. But I see much more good, low on battery power, much more good in people than bad, much more. And God bless everybody.